Alright, welcome everyone. Today's video is going to be about this Delta bandsaw height extension using a riser block, upgrading the motor to double the size of what originally came with, 1.5 horsepower motor, 6-inch riser block, and brand new Craig bandsaw fence. So this thing, when I originally picked it up, it came disassembled. I had to actually buy some parts off eBay to make sure everything was present. And when I used it the last time, which was more than 2 years ago, I wasn't happy with it because it only has 6-inch depth of cut and 6-inch height of cut. The depth is 14-inch, but 6-inch height of cut on a bandsaw that takes out, so much of my space in the small shop. So I decided, I'm gonna get a riser block, a 6-inch, and then have a 12-inch resaw capacity. Now the tricky part is, 8 or 9 years ago, Delta stopped maybe it's like 12 years ago, they stopped manufacturing riser blocks for this bandsaw. It's just outdated. And apparently 8 or 9 years ago, someone bought out whatever remaining stock of these riser blocks and started selling them on eBay for like $400, which is exorbitant. So instead I went with a Jet. This is riser block for a Jet bandsaw. It's a similar 14-inch bandsaw, but what's different is these pins don't line up with the bandsaw base and the top wheels. So I essentially had to drill out new holes, and I kind of used precision, and drilled out new holes here. And this one is the original one. I kept it. So instead what I did is I drilled out new holes in the top piece. Now I'll show you how I drilled out these holes. This is weather strip that you find, at the regular home store. So I kind of now I've used it, so it's all dirty and messed up, but I laid it out in a square and used these to make a template, essentially, and then transfer these holes onto that. So then I could drill out the new pieces, and turns out it's a nice fit now. Everything works, and once I tighten it up, it's going to be awesome. Same thing for the top. These pins, I couldn't remove them for the life of me. I tried PB Blaster, WD-40, pulling them. I almost used a multi-tool to cut them out and just wanted to use the bolt to tighten, but I thought, you know what, hold on, why don't you just drill onto this? And so I drilled this yesterday. Sorry I don't have the footage, I didn't have my camera on me yesterday, and I did the same thing for this one, so you can see here better because this is the last one I used. I kind of did that. Now I got the pins, exact holes where these go, and then I bring it over here, and I think this one will be flipped this way and then drilled it in that such manner. So I think the new holes are the ones you see here and the one you see there. So I drilled those new holes, and now this riser block can be sandwiched in between the top and the lower wheels of the bandsaw. So I'll just assemble it right now and you can see how it goes. Okay, I fed the bolt through, used 2 washers. Now I just gotta tighten it so that's nice and secure, but as you can see, access is very limited. I think I need my other vice grip so that I can hold that and then tighten it. I'll do that later. For now, seems okay. It's on pretty tight. One way to see is, take that out. That's holding, remain strong. And also when there's, weight unbalanced on this will also pull in and hold it together. So for now I think it will do, but later on I'll put a vice grip here, and just make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, that part is done. Okay, this piece comes out. This thing needs some good cleaning. Okay, don't lose that. Wow. These are the pull blocks. That's supposed to go sideways? It is. So it's drilled. Okay. There's a lot of wood, sap and stuff in there, so I'll just take everything apart. You have to hold this. Just turn the screw. There you go. Came out. See, that's what I mean. A lot of dust. Clean that up. Come on. Okay. That's about it. Okay. Time to put it back together. Well, this one went over here. It's the one on an angle. This one locks this piece here. And this, something like this, and I think this will lock it in. Pinch it from the other side. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You gotta back it up and turn it till the bottom's out. Oh, is that bottomed? I think it's bottomed out. Okay, so that's about that. And yeah, I'll figure the rest out once I have the bandsaw blades. So that's that. Come on, line up nicely. Do have new pull blocks available right here. Just leave it in there until I get the blade that I want. There's a hole there, but maybe the set screw is supposed to go into that hole. It's a little weird, but hey, seems to work. Okay, even though it's a jet bandsaw gear, it's working well on this Delta piece. So okay, next I'm going to install the new bandsaw blade guard. This one goes in nicely. Go right here. Give it a little bit of space. This much. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. As long as it's kind of holding it tight. Yeah, that works. See how the now fence will attach. This piece comes off. Nope. Okay, this is out. Put this one in. I'm going to take this piece off for now. Should make it easier to work. And I was doing some work on the car, so all the tools are back in the house right now. Believe it or not, but today I'll be installing the new wood slicer blade. Okay, there we go. Okay, and the bandsaw blade goes like this. 3/4 inch blade, so it's not so easy to put the one out. Now lower this. This makes it drop a bit. Oh well. Nice thing about this thick bandsaw blades is you can put them in place and they stay a bit better. This is also not set up well. I was going to need a lot of calibration. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So when setting up bandsaw blade, you want the gullet to be around midway of the bandsaw tire. So I'll put it on both wheels I'm gonna hold it a little bit so it doesn't move too much. I have a look on this side, start tensioning it. Looks okay on this side. Do that to the point that so right now it's rubbing on that, it's not good. It's actually coming out.
A few moments later.